What is up? Coming to you live from Nostalgic Books and Comics in San Gabriel, California. It's Dre's Geek Philosophy, the Monday edition, the day after Game of Thrones final episode edition. We're here because we're always here on Monday. That's what we do on Monday. What's going on, Pete? How are you doing?
Pretty good. Pretty tired.
Yeah, same. I'm a little exhausted myself. It was a long weekend. I was busy with the family, my lady and her parents running around. My friend of mine, Darren, he got himself officially hitched this past Saturday. I got to have a little bit of fun with that. But of course, what everyone is talking about is the giant disappointment from last night. Everyone is really disappointed about the end of WWE Money in the Bank. Brock Lesnar? What the fuck? Yeah, no, I just wanted to throw that little curveball because I'm not disappointed about Game of Thrones. Apparently, a lot of people. I know you don't watch the Game of Thrones. I almost summoned Jai Potter, but I didn't want to have him have to drive all the way up here from wherever in the heck he works somewhere in the OC to drive up here to peaceful San Gabriel, California, to talk Game of Thrones because I didn't want to take the entire show to talk about Game of Thrones. I watched the episode last night myself, and my lovely lady Rosa. We watched it together. She's been like I've said before on the show, she's been Quentin Tarantino-ing it the entire time. She's been watching. We're halfway through season 4 right now on her watch, but then she still is watching the current episodes because she's like, fuck it. Yeah. And as I've said before, it's been working beautifully. Yeah. There's a lot of old shit that relates to the current shit. Which is, I think, is the problem for a lot of people who are not enjoying the season. I've said it before. I've said it for the last few weeks.
Well, there was a big gap, right, between...
Oh, it was 2 years since the last... I think this is the last season. Yeah. And a lot of the stuff that actually mattered is like 5-6 years ago. Yeah. So I think there's a lot of people there's a lot of narrative that they're being paid off, and then I think the other small issue that people are kind of overlooking is like, they're rushing it. I'm like, I think they were forced to be rushed because they only had 6 episodes to play with instead of the usual 10.
Yeah, but you said they were like about movies, basically.
The last 4 episodes have basically been an hour and 20 minutes of movie, where the previous all episodes were usually about 50-something minutes, because you got to have your long. Previously on Game of Thrones, you got 5 minutes of like. Yeah. It was like the anti-Mad Men, where like they actually would put a lot of stuff into previously on to let you know what's happening. Yeah. And then you'd get the dun 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 for a couple minutes, and it annoys the hell out of Rosa. She hates the song. It annoys the daylights out of her. But so then you get about 40 minutes of action, and you get your credits, and then next time on Game of Thrones, and then you get about 5-10 minutes of the writers telling you what they did. Yeah. These last 4 episodes have been 120 minutes of kick you in the ball, either. Yeah. Well, the 2 of the episodes have been giant wars and battles, and the other 2 episodes were aftermath. So we had the aftermath of The Longest Night, and then we had the aftermath of Dany burning the city down. Spoilers aplenty here, folks. Just in case if you weren't aware. Spoilers of plenty. Hold on. I want to do this live share thing again. It helped a lot last week. I did this live share to all these groups.
But the thing is, like, you're saying that people are. I mean, I've seen a lot of the internet people are disappointed, but do you think there was any scenario where they wouldn't be disappointed? Like,
oh no,
someone wasn't going to be disappointed, right?
People were going to be disappointed no matter what. I agree with that. It's just going to be incredibly unhappy people, no matter what. I don't think there was a way that they could have ended this that would have satisfied everyone. Because I think the problem we have nowadays is on the internet we have a lot of people who think they're screenwriters. Yeah. Because I can only imagine how people would like if Lord of the Rings: Return of the King came out like now in 2019 instead of friggin' 2000
Did the Hobbit movies get a lot of shit? Like,
yeah, kind of. Right? They took a lot of. Well, see, that was justifiable because you took one book and turned it into 6 hours plus, or maybe more like 8.5 hours of freaking dwarf singing and walking and nonsense. Which I fell asleep during the first Hobbit movie twice. That was 3 hours of me sleeping. That was a rough go, I have to say so myself. Yeah. But I imagine if Lord of the Rings: Return of the King came out now instead of however long ago it was, 2003, 2005?
Around there,
around that time, people are like, oh, 4 endings. Oh, so long. Oh, how rushed. Oh, so predictable. Aragorn was told to be the king. Because you get all these people like all the stuff happened last night where the Bran, the Broken, this is the guy who was crippled in the very first episode of the show. He ends up being the king. They wind up choosing him because he's the again, it's always like the person who doesn't want to be king should be the one who wants to be. Who should be is the one who should be king.
Yeah.
And that kind of nonsense and whatnot. Or goes that. Sorry if I'm rambling. I'm trying to do this live share nonsense to make sure I get this out to as many eyes as possible because I think sharing it live is a lot better than sharing it after the fact like I normally do. So there we go. That's all done right there. That little piece of business. Yeah. And then people are like, obviously the big complaints have been, they rushed through everything. Oh, these change. Obviously, the biggest turn is like the Daenerys. Everyone's like, oh, she suddenly became bad. And like me and Jai talked about it at length last week. And then I saw another episode. See, me and Rosa are working through season 4 right now. And there's another example in season 4 where it's like, no, she's been cruel the whole fucking time. Like, they freed the city of slaves. They freed another city of slaves from all these terrible masters. And so instead of all right, things should be fine. When Dany's like, fuck that shit. They hung 153 slaves all along their road. They hung 153 masters along the road. And her advisors were telling her, no, you shouldn't do this. She's like, fuck you. Fuck them. Fuck everything. But that was okay because those were slave masters. Hey, everything's fine. And she's killing evil people. It's like there even was a little bit of dialogue during last night's episode where they were literally saying all the stuff that Jai and I were saying last week. Like, everything's okay when Dany was killing the evil people. But once she starts killing innocent people and children, now everyone's like, wait a minute. Oh, wait, she's crazy. Oh, no. She was doing the exact same thing, but we excused it away. But the big thing that happened, so the big spoiler. Here's the big spoiler from last night. Her boyfriend / nephew. Goddamn these shows. He realizes, oh shit, she's gonna freaking, because they intimated, like, oh yeah, the war's not over. She's gonna go through every fucking piece of the kingdom, and anyone who resists her has to die. If anyone's her enemy, they cannot be made. There's no peace. We have to kill them all. And so poor Jon Snow, who knows nothing, normally he knows nothing, but he knew one thing: he had to kill her. And he goes up there, he tells her that, she is his queen, and he trusts her and loves her, and then, I mean, he believes it, he even says it, but he puts the knife right through her heart, and puts her down, and then, the cool image, eventually he kills her, right? She's just like, can't believe it, she's fucking, can't say anything. Her dragon comes up, and so, of course, everyone's like, oh shit, the dragon's gonna kill him. Dragon looks at him and then turns. That Iron Throne is the thing. I'm sure you haven't watched an episode of the show, but you know this Iron Throne. That's what everyone's fighting over. The throne made out of 1,000 swords, melted by her great grandfather, and man created. The dragon just turns and melts the fucking chair. Like Rosa was like, "That's fucking awesome." She fucking it was such an amazing visual, and it's like, and I'm sure it was passively saying, the dragon knew it wasn't Jon Snow that killed his mother. It was that goddamn throne. It's like wanting to be the king is what killed his mom. Wanting to be the queen. This whole freaking system, this kingdom is what killed her. I'm sure that was the fancy the fancy, what do you call it, symbolism they were trying to do in that scene. And the rest of the episode, I don't know. I mean, I thought it was fine. Everyone else is like, I believe, I had friends say disappointing, utter trash, pictures of dumpster fires. I believe our good friend Lamar Harris said wet fart, and I was like, I don't know what episode they were watching. they kind of wrapped everything up. Terry, let me see here. And he still would have let her live had Tyrion not talked. He was kind of going back and forth. The guy Jon Snow, he was like, he didn't want to kill her. He knew he had to kill her, but it was forced to be because they got forced to go from 10 episodes to 6 episodes, and they had to make 4 movies. Which leads me to one of the things that came out last week is I'm continually being annoyed by change.org. People are misusing change.org. Change.org, I feel like I've said this a few weeks ago, but change.org is supposed to be for Flint, Michigan has bad water. We need to focus on that. But nerds have repurposed change.org to and last week it was like some rube put up, I want HBO to reshoot this season with better writers. These are the same writers! A lot of people say, oh, they don't have the source material. You don't think they don't got fucking JRM's fucking cell phone number on fucking speed dial? Yo, dog.
Yeah.
We're about to do this with so-and-so. Is that cool? Yo. Hey, you said Brand's gonna be the king, right? Alright. We're gonna kill Danny, right? Mm-hmm. Church. There's no way! Yeah. There's no way that they were not gonna friggin' have any. He didn't have any. He gave them the ending. He came out and said that maybe the road that he's gonna get there is gonna be different. But it's people are expecting, you know. Yeah. That it's good that the books are gonna be when the books come out in 2045. Yeah. That they're gonna be different. It's good. Danny's still gonna go crazy. Yeah. Arya's still gonna kill the Night King. It's still gonna be the same thing. The spin-offs, I don't know. I'm sure they'll want to do a spin-off. I'm sure
there's a prequel spin-off version of that, right?
Yeah, that was the big thing. The Egg and I forgot, was it like Tom and Egg? It was like Aegon and someone else. That's what I heard. Yeah. But the spin-off I would want to see because of the young lady I've told you about, the young ninja Arya. She jumped on a boat and went west. Yeah. So that's where I think that would be the most logical, you know. Because she asked at the end of the episode, what's west of Westeros? Because like this is not the entire world. It's like a big ass map that we see. Oh, Westeros, and then freaking the east, all the non-white people, and then all the white people in Westeros. Yeah. And then she takes a boat and went off into that direction. Yeah. I think her character going off to I think that's an awesome spinoff, and then the North, they declare themselves independent of all this bullshit. Yeah, I think they're just trying to wrap everything up. I don't think there was an easy way to wrap up this thing. People had gotten so emotionally invested. Yeah, that's it's another one. Tormund and Ghost. Yeah, that's what people on. Hell yeah, Tormund is this big. He's a big monster of fucking wildling. He's like this. When you first see him, like now, me and Rosa just saw him in season 4 right now, and she's like, "Why isn't he funny yet?" I'm like, "He becomes funny later." Yeah, he becomes comedic around season 6. He gets hilarious once him and John begin. Right now, he wants to kill John, but later on, once they become good friends, then he'll be hilarious. But yeah, and that's another thing. A lot of people complain that this guy Jon Snow, like he kills the queen, and then like we suddenly get a time jump of about like 3-4 weeks in the episode, and like everyone's all like that Jon is imprisoned by Daenerys' army. Like he killed our queen, but they don't kill him yet because of his fate. I don't know. There's some other. Yeah. That's where I can agree. It wasn't perfect. I enjoyed it for what it was. Yeah, and I think that's where a lot of people get lost in the woods. Where like I saw the information presented to me, I'm like, okay, cool. This is how the writers who have been in charge of this the entire time, who wrote all those episodes that everybody liked, but all of a sudden, season 8, everything spins out, and everyone's like, oh no, these guys are the worst. I'm like, yeah.
But that's the thing with all shows, though. I think it's like you get these people that like love the beginning, and then once they take it as their own, then it's like. I think that's the biggest thing is that it doesn't go how they want it to go, so it's bad. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think that's a weird thing
it's happening in all sorts of media.
Yeah, and a lot. Like it's happening a lot now. You know, it's just
like we've seen it with Star Wars. Yeah. We've seen it a little bit in some of the Marvel movies. We're seeing it here in Game of Thrones. Yeah. Well, I'm sure you hear it all the time in comic books. Being here, a proprietor of a comic book store, or the vocal minority comes out and says, "This is the worst."
Like, it's funny. Like something happened. It was over the weekend. I forgot what site posted, but they posted this thing. The headline was a little misleading, but it was because Marvel announced they're doing another Fantastic Four book. It's like this kind of like this cool like companion anthology book, but it said Marvel launches new Fantastic Four series. And all these people started like commenting there. They're like, oh, it just started and rebooted again. All people were complaining, and I was like, you read the article for the first sentence is like, this is not replacing the book. It's a companion book. Mm-hmm. And so I was just like, I commented, do people just start complaining before they actually open the article? Like, what the hell, right? Yeah. And this one dude replied, and he was like, oh, I just read the article. And he goes, but my comment still stands. I'm like, how?
Or is it like, right here, Tabitha Sheehan says, I feel like I had sex for 8 seasons and didn't have an orgasm. The season felt rushed. You can blame that on production costs. You can blame that on HBO saying, yo, we can't afford, like, we know this is the biggest show ever, but there's going to be a documentary coming out next Sunday where it shows how much fucking work went into this season. Yeah. How, like, especially the big episodes, episode 3 and episode 5, those took fucking, like, episode 3 took a month on its own to do. That was a fucking humongous effort just to do that one episode of that epic freaking the final night. Yeah. And it's just, I don't know. I don't think anyone was going to be satisfied, because it had been gotten too grand. I don't think there's a grand ending that could have been done. Yeah. There's no simple solution short of, like, you can't do a happy ending. Yeah, because I don't think that's where George R. Martin was going to go with this. Mm-hmm. It's there's a character early on in like one season that goes, if you think this is going to have a happy ending, I think you're reading the wrong book, or something. I'm paraphrasing, but like there was no way this is going to end happy. Yeah, and we got a relatively happy-ish ending where like the 3 youngest kids of the main story, the main characters, the Starks, they sort of had happy endings. Arya gets to go adventure. Jon's gonna go off into the north and go be a wildling, and Sansa is the queen of the north, as everyone has to fucking say. It just this person Arthur said as bad as Breaking Bad. I think Breaking Bad ended great. That show left me. They hit every. I think there was literally one loose end, which was tied up by Funny or Die. Yeah. That show wrapped everything up in a nice, neat little bow, and then they given us the better show. I mean, I dare say the better show in Better Call Saul, which they took everything from Breaking Bad and made it better. I kind of disagree with that about that. Huge ending. I don't know. There is no huge end. There's no, Avengers Endgame ending where this giant bang.
No, but see, like we're talking about, like, no matter how many people would complain, because have you seen these people that argue, they complain about how, like, the Endgame was all fanfare, it was all like, and it's like, there's still finding a way to complain about it.
Yeah. A lot of people, Infinity War is better than Endgame. Endgame wrapped everything up. Yeah. It's just. Then right here, D-Log says, there was a roof over Tyrion while he was picking up the pieces of rubble off his brother. You know what? It's. They were rushing through that. Honestly, they just need to get it done. Yeah. I think they wanted to show the death, because there was 2 characters who were buried in the rubble in the previous episode. So, in my mind, maybe we're still alive. I think they wanted to conclusively show, hey, look, the brother and sister who were fucking, they're dead. Yeah. It just. Honestly, I think they were probably tired of themselves. Yeah. I'm sure all of them, because you go and watch a bunch of these interviews, and you can just, with all the people from the show, and they're just like, they're done. Yeah. They are spent. They just, it took 2 years for us to get this. Yeah, it took them 2 years to make these 4 movies. They made 4 movies in 2 years. Yeah. 4 high production, crazy sets. So something that's great about watching it with Rosa, because she has a real big eye for costume design and set design. She's because that's how her brain works. She works in theater. She works in creating shit, and she's like, fuck, like the way everything was created and designed. Yeah, it was just like, and then it's funny, Adila was talking about a castle falling down. That was all CG. They can't make the set like that, and because of course later on they're like, oh, it's been rebuilt. It's been weeks. They're gonna rebuild the roof. The castle's getting rebuilt. Yeah, that's like they're rebuilding the castle. I would have to assume. I don't know. I don't. I guess I don't know. I don't quibble over little things like that. I notice little things like that. Yeah, but it doesn't bother me. I'm like okay, I'm moving on as long as the main arc of the story isn't freaking flying off, or the show ending that really pissed me off was How I Met Your Mother, because everyone talks about, oh, Danny, she went off to a different direction. No, motherfuckers. The quickest turn of a corner was Ted motherfucking Mosby. Fuck yeah.
I would question that.
What? What do you mean? His dead wife is barely in the ground, and he turns around and goes back to Robin fucking Shabosky?
No, see, because here's the thing, man. Like,
they spent an entire season explaining why they are terrible together.
No, but
they make each other worse.
That was the whole point of that thing, though. At the end, like when his daughter,
they want to be terrible with each other. You keep talking about Aunt Robin. Why don't you go bang her aunt, Dad?
I don't know. I disagree with that because it's like there was a lot of stuff, especially that last season set up a lot of stuff, and a lot of people ignored it and just were like, "Oh no, that's another one," or "You guys wanted it one way, it didn't go that way." I mean, like,
yeah, I know. I know what you're talking about. Him going back and getting the fucking pendant out of the fucking park. He had to go dig that motherfucker. He had to go beg his other fucking ex-fiance to go get his stupid fucking necklace because he wanted to give it back to Robin. And he had fucking Lily telling him, "Oh, you better not do it. You better not ruin their fucking wedding." Yes, I get that. But he found the mother, lived happily with the mother. The mother's body is not even cold in the fucking gravity. Runs the fucking Shabosky. Fuck that dude. Fuck Ted Mosby. Fucking blue trombone, blue baton. And I was like, fuck that guy. Fuck him in the ass. You had a happy life. You had a perfect looking wife, and she dies of cancer. And as soon as before the body's been cold, he's going out to bang Robin, who divorced Barney because apparently they couldn't work their shit out because well. They couldn't have kids anyway, so it's perfect. Ted already had the kids. Yeah. You can go to Robin. Fuck that show. I see everyone. I don't understand how people can be so mad about 8 seasons have ruined everything. Now one episode ruined all of How I Met Your Mother for me, but that's different for me. Another bad one, Dexter.
Yeah, that one was. Oh yeah,
Dexter. Fuck yeah, But with Dexter and Breaking Bad ending at the same time, obviously some people didn't like the end of Breaking Bad, but I felt like Breaking Bad, that's how you end a show. Yeah. And then Dexter is how you don't end a show. I'm going to drive into a fucking hurricane, and I'm going to be a fucking lumberjack mysteriously somewhere else because fuck you, that's why.
With Dexter, I feel like that went a couple seasons more than it should.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it went, because towards the end, like, even those last 2 seasons, you were like, where are they going with this?
Yeah. His sister is in love with him, and she goes to confess her love to her stepbrother and finds him fucking knife deep inside another dude. Whoops.
Yeah.
Hi, Deb. I'm the Bay Harbor Butcher. Let's fuck.
Literally.
And then she hides it! And she's fucking destroyed. And I'm like, why is this still going?
Yeah. Like, literally, I think where it could have ended... Mm-hmm. For me, when I was like, holy shit, was when
Trinity kills the that would have been, if the show had ended there, I would have been like mad. I'd be like, but there's more. Yeah. But then a future Dre would be like, no, there isn't more. I did that to
because that was such a freaking tragic, ironic ending because he had killed him, right?
He killed the dude.
He didn't know that.
Trinity was he was going peacefully because Trinity knew. Ha ha ha! I got you, motherfucker. I got your wife. Go ahead, kill me. Ha 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 ha! It ended there with John Lithgow, Trinity killer. Yeah. Boom! 5 seasons, in and out, fucking British TV show style. Yeah. Good. Gonzo. Then Dexter could have been like just broken from that and like, I'll never kill again. End of Dexter. Yeah. It'd be in the top 10 of a lot of people's list of the greatest shows of all time.
I mean, they could have probably... Cause I read somewhere...
Because there was no more books. Well, there was only like 3 books. Yeah. And then they deviated from the 3rd book because he was supposed to teach his stepkids were supposed to see their mom die, and they were going to become fucking sociopaths, so he's going to teach them the code. But then apparently Showtime producers were like, we're not comfortable with Dexter teaching kids how to be murderers. Let's go complete other direction. So that was different. That was like, ugh.
Because they were reading somewhere that like Showtime made a point that like he couldn't die in the finale because they wanted to make a movie or some bullshit. Like,
And so he had to become a lumberjack quietly, not wanting to die.
Yeah. I think it's funny. I think the thing that bothered me the most about that finale was that he left his kid with that random woman.
Right.
like that.
This kid that he fucking sacrificed everything for, and all of a sudden at the drop of a hat. Bye, Harrison. I love you very much. Oh, wait, I don't love you because I'm a psychopath. I'm Dexter. Fuck my life.
And they were kind of teasing, too, that his kid had something wrong with him too, right? He was like attacking kids.
Well, yeah, because the kid was like he was literally born just as Dexter was, just like Dexter's dad found him in a pile of blood of his mother's blood, and then, symmetry.
Yeah.
Oh, little Harrison was in a pool of his mother's blood because Trinity is an asshole.
Yeah.
Oh, see, end there. Then going on and on. Oh, they'll never find the Big Harbor Butcher because he'd always conveniently squeak out.
Yeah.
Just, kill his boss, kill the other kill Jimmy Smits.
Jimmy Smits.
Didn't he end up killing Deb or no?
No. What happened to Deb? Something happened to her.
Something happened to her.
She was like in a coma or something.
She got into a car accident, or I don't even remember exactly.
Yeah, he took her on the boat, right? He dumped her in the ocean, right? She was already like dead, or she was brain dead.
Yeah, something stupid like that. I remember, I was hate watching that at the end.
Didn't Deb kill the boss? She killed the captain, remember?
Yeah.
Because she caught Dexter and she figured it out.
And she showed up and killed it. See now that's a bad ending. Bran the Broken. Yeah, they sent John in the Night's Watch, but then John just ended up leaving the Night's Watch. He just went off into the north so he can go be free. He ended up being a free man anyway. So, poor John. John went off to go be happy with Ghost and Tormund, and to go find himself a new redheaded wildling to go bang. It's just, I don't know. There's been a lot worse.
Yeah.
Like one of my nerd friends posted up at the end of like how Quantum Leap had like a shitty ending.
Yeah.
But they misspelled his name in the end too. Like he never got home.
Well, because that was another one of those situations though where like they found out they weren't coming back like halfway through the season, so they were like, oh, we gotta resolve this somehow.
We gotta wrap this shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, So as far as Game of Thrones goes, like these 6 episodes, I'm like, like people are like, oh, terrible, terrible, horrible. Like, no, they were fine. I mean, I don't think we're gonna get a better ending. Yeah. I don't think there's like a script out there with a better ending.
Yeah.
I don't think George R. R. Martin's books are. I mean, maybe theoretically because he'll have more time. Yeah. But it's still going to be the same broad freaking strokes because I'm pretty sure he gave these 2 Jokers the same broad strokes. And now, something else I forgot to write down. Those 2 guys, these two nerds who've been in charge of Game of Thrones for the last 10 years now that I've been doing the math, they are getting a Star Wars trilogy. Yeah. Which I'm sure nerds around the world are now like, no! And actually, I dare say I am also against them getting a Star Wars trilogy because they spent the last 10 years sucking at the teat of George R. R. Martin, a certified troll who hates people and hates happiness. So, and I'm sorry, Star Wars movies, like, don't get me wrong, aren't those movies about hope and happiness and happy endings? The exact opposites?
Yeah. I mean, unless Disney decided to turn into a skid with like deal with the nerds.
They hate these guys. Oh, the nerds hate you.
Yeah,
would you like to fuck up Star Wars?
Yeah, right.
Would you like to stick your sloppy dicks inside the Star Wars and fuck it up? Let's just start killing people.
Might as well. I mean, like,
first 15 minutes, you introduce this badass Jedi in the first 15-20 minutes, and then you kill him.
Yeah.
Does Ned Stark come right there? Right there, kaplow. Oh, like, get a lightsaber his head off. And you see the head flop away. There you go. Star Wars by D. Weiss and Benoff.
I mean, Lucas used to do that, right? Because you remember, like, he teased the hell out of it with, like, was it Darth Maul? Mm-hmm. And then, like, first movie in, just like,
so someone else retconned that.
Yeah.
It's like I retconned that he was still alive. But
yeah.
It's going to be interesting because one of my Hollywood friends, he was very concerned. I'm like, wait, what happened to the Rian Johnson trilogy? Because then all of a sudden, like, they're talking up these Game of Thrones guys taking on a Star Wars trilogy. It's going to be alternating with Avatar. Now that everything's under the evil Disney conglomerate.
Yeah.
So like these 2 guys are going to be they're going to be guiding a Star Wars trilogy apparently.
Yeah.
We'll see how the internet reacts to that.
Oh, it's gonna be negative. I mean, I honestly don't think there's anything that you could post right now like the mainstream, it's not going to get a negative response.
Right.
It's just,
No, but honestly, I look through like most of my friends. Like I said, like as far as Game of Thrones goes, most of my friends did not like it. There was like a handful of people who agreed. Like I made that me my post. I made that myself. I found the pic, the come at me Ice Cube. Like I enjoyed it. Come at me. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to tell anyone else to enjoy it if they don't. I mean, if all these people who didn't like it, I'm sorry, you didn't like it. There's nothing I can say that's going to make you like it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Nothing anyone can tell me here. Like, oh, there was a water bottle in one of the fucking scenes.
I saw
D-Loke asked, am I looking forward to the Star Wars December? Hell yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I want to see fucking Ray motherfucking might be a Skywalker after all. Fucking jump and fucking do a backflip and cut fucking Kylo Ren's shitty little fucking TIE intruder in half. Fuck yeah. Put me on the hype train for that movie. I liked The Force Awakens. I liked The Last Jedi. I'm pretty sure I'm going to like this. You know why? Because I like to be entertained. Yes. I can take that. I like to think that I'm a critical thinker. That's why I have this podcast. I talk about stuff that I think about critically. When I watch a piece of media, I reach into my brain and I go, I turn into a 10-year-old and I'm like, give me the funds. I want the fun. I want fun. Yeah. Fun. And afterwards, I can turn that shit back on. Yeah. That's why I like you see me. I pretty much after every movie we walk out of, I'm like, all right, that was cool. Yeah. Like I had fun. Yeah. I went for a ride for about 2 hours. Like maybe later on I'll think about, okay, there was some shit that was there. Okay, but as long as I had fun, isn't that the point of all this stuff? To just have fun?
You would think so. I mean,
oh yeah, Rogue One was great. I enjoyed the shit out of Rogue One. Yeah, I agree with you right there, D-Loke. Yeah. Rogue One was pretty damn good. Mm-hmm. I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me. Yeah.
Right.
Dude, fuck yeah, Donnie Yen. Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. I think I watched a shitload of Donnie Yen movies just before I saw Rogue One, so I was like, fuck yeah, Donnie Yen.
You know what's funny? Like, I knew of him. I had never seen any of his movies. Mm-hmm. After watching Rogue One, I went back and watched that.
Yeah, because a bunch of them were on Netflix. Yeah. I don't know if they still are.
Yeah, for a little while. And then
I watched the one with him and Jet Li. That was fucking cool.
But the one thing I noticed, I was like...
Well, the one, I think it was Special ID, so if you want to go see it.
One thing I noticed off the bat, though, I was like, oh, wow. He really slowed it down for Rogue One. Yeah.
They all got it, man. When those kind of like pretty legit martial artists. Yeah. Yeah, they have to slow that shit down for the cameras, bro. It's like Bruce Lee had to do that shit. Yeah. Jet Li had to do that shit. Because Donnie Yen had to slow that shit down.
Because in his movies, he was like he's throwing around, he's moving really fast. And in Rogue One, he was slowed down. Like he still was kicking ass, but
he was taking it easy.
Yeah, taking it a little easy.
Oh, he was playing a blind guy.
Yeah.
You have to give it that. Like he was like, okay, I better slow down. I'm blind. I'm not a Jedi, but I got the Force up my ass.
I remember thinking like just as like a little kid moment. Mm-hmm. That was the one thing I was waiting for realizing like, that Kane or something had a lightsaber.
Yeah, no, that would have been too on the nose. Yeah. Yeah, see, I saw Ip Man right before that. During when I did my crazy movie challenge, I watched the Yeah, I did watch all three of them. Yeah. The first one, which was awesome. The second one, which was like kind of sort of like a rehash of the first one, and the third one where he fought Mike Tyson.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is a pure lunacy, but fuck it. Donnie Yen fighting Mike Tyson, I accept. Again, let's watch this. This is gonna be insane.
Then they had the premiere like right here in
Alhambra. In Alhambra, the third one, right?
Monterey Park. Right?
The Monterey Park, Monterey Park, the Asian AMC.
Yeah, like Mike Tyson was there.
Mike Tyson was there. Yeah, that's why they're building that big ass hotel across the way so they can bring in more Chinese movie premieres. Yeah. Next time there's a big martial arts epic, they can put all the big stars in that big ass hotel across from Asian AMC.
Asian AMC.
It's not an American movie company. That one's Asian movie company.
Asian movie.
That's what the AMC stands for that particular one. Because they always got the Asian flicks there. Maybe more specifically Chinese. But hey, I like to be inclusive to all my Asian friends here. We are in the heart of San Gabriel Valley right now.
That's true.
We are surrounded by the Asians. We're surrounded. There's Chinese in the trees. I am a monster. In other nerd news that has been disturbing the internet, they cast a Batman for the I guess Matt Reeves Batman movie.
Yeah, for the Matt Reeves Batman movie.
So it's the everyone calls him the dude from Twilight, but I like to think of him as Cedric Diggory from the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah,
this poor bastard. Honestly, I'm not even mad. I feel bad for him. Because the internet just pulled down their pants and took a collective shit on him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they've shown that anyone gets cast in these movies. I mean, they
it is a high dude. Like, I say most people who, like, when the cast out is like 50-50. Yeah. It's like, okay, all right, if half the people will like it, half the people. I feel like this dude took like 80-10. It was like 80-20. It was like 80% were like, fuck this dude.
Well, I mean, surprisingly, I did see a lot of people defending him. And the thing
they're like, we all hated Heath Ledger when he got cast.
Well, it was that, but also, like, I guess, like, everyone keeps saying, like, don't judge him on those Twilight movies. He's done other stuff. Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen him in anything.
I've seen him in Harry Potter 3 and Harry Potter 4. And I think that's all that I can recall. I'm sure I might be wrong. Yeah. I did watch 366 movies in 366 days. He might have been in one of those movies when I did that crazy thing back in 2016.
So that's
16, yeah. So it was just before I started the podcast.
So I mean, I really have no opinion on it. Like, it's just like I don't know this guy's work. I mean, I don't know anything. I mean, it's gonna get the comparison because that was the biggest thing he did. The Twilight movies. The Twilight movies,
which he's been trying to. I've been reading like he's been trying to walk away and stay away from that shit. He's been like, that was just purely a paycheck. Yeah. That was just like me. He's trying to. Like I said, I enjoyed him dying in the fourth Harry Potter movie. I'm sure maybe I shouldn't have said that. As Jai Polidor says right here, he's like Hayden Christensen in that he can act, but he's got to have a competent director, which I think that is the case for a majority of actors.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's interesting because now we see the tone they're going for this movie. Like you go from Affleck to Robert Pattinson. That's a big jump.
That is a big jump.
And I'm curious to see what it's going to go with because I guess Matt Reeves was talking about like he got inspiration from like Long Halloween and Batman Year One.
So he needed a skinny Batman.
Yeah,
that's drawn by Tim Sale. And a skinny, lanky Batman.
Yeah, but that was kind of
I mean, shit. If they nail the sepia tones of Tim Sale's artwork, then I'm in.
Yeah,
I am in. Oh, D-Look, I want to know oh man. Should I tell the Tron story? I've told it before here.
No,
The reason why we don't have Tron movies, or actually we don't have any science fiction coming from Disney, we can blame George Clooney for the Tomorrowland. Tomorrowland was such a commercial failure for Disney that they said nope, sci-fi doesn't sell right now. And then that's why they Tron 3 was being written by the same guy who did Tron Legacy. Garrett Hedlund and Olivia Wilde were contracted, and also the voice of Tron, Bruce Boxleitner. Yeah. They were all contracted for a third Tron movie because the Tron Legacy did well. Yeah. It did fine. It made its money back. It did. They were killing it in merchandise. Yeah. D-Log knows we went to Electronica. Electronica was only supposed to be there for like 4 months or 6 months. They extended that shit to like a year and a half.
Wow. Because
it was making so much money. Because prior to opening all the Pixar things inside California Adventure, that was getting people to go to California Adventure. I know, I was very biased. I loved going over there and buying a bunch of Tron shit. Yeah. I bought 2 hoodies and a bunch of shirts.
Yeah.
D-Look was there when I was buying those hoodies. But yeah, because Tomorrowland was such you put like famous movie star George Clooney in the movie, you expect to at least do well. Mm-hmm. No, thud. Because the marketing was really bad.
Yeah, I was going to say, because they marketed it as a kid's movie. Really,
and it was not.
It was not a kid's movie.
I watched that movie. I was like, this is not for children. Yeah. You have scary-ass Dr. House being fucking creepy as fuck.
Dr. House basically saying, the world's ending, so fuck you all.
Right?
That's all it was, It's really a little sobering movie. You realize, like, oh, this is real. It's kind of like scary and shit. It's not for children.
Yeah, that was not for kids. Yeah. It did incredibly poorly, and so friggin' Disney Brain Trust is like, Fuck science fiction. Let's remake all of our animated movies. That makes money, and unfortunately, it is making money.
Yeah.
But they haven't been good.
Yeah.
I mean, Dumbo didn't do well, right?
No.
As far as I've heard.
I feel like it came and went. Like I remember.
Yeah, because it was like I was very surprised. I think when we went to go see, I forgot what movie we saw. I think it was Shazam or something. I was like, it's coming out in a couple weeks. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? It's coming out. It's coming out in March or April. Like, I thought that was like June or July.
Yeah.
Like, Aladdin's June or July or whatever.
Oh, but Aladdin's in next week. Maybe?
Next week?
Or the week after? It's like it's early. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Jai right there reminds me. The last one I enjoyed that it was the Jungle Book. I liked the Jungle Book. That one was cool.
That was a good movie.
But beyond that, I still haven't seen Beauty and the Beast. That movie made a metric ton of money, which kept the machine going.
Yeah.
Somewhere because the first one weirdly was they remade Cinderella, and then that way it did so well they just say fuck it, let's keep going.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Turn out the money.
Like out of nowhere, we're getting another Maleficent movie. Like
sequel because the first one did big box office.
I feel like that was a while back, right? That first one. Like,
that first Maleficent that came out even before I worked at Disney.
So it feels like it's so weird.
Oh no, it was coming out around the time I was working at Disney. That was 2013.
That's like 6 years ago, man. Like.
Yeah, that was 6 years ago that I was working. That was it. I had a sobering thought about it. It was 6 years ago I was working for Disney. I'm like, oh shit, time flies by. But yeah, we got Blue Will Smith, which I don't know. Every trailer, it's like I either go, okay, this is gonna be fine, and I watch another trailer. I'm like, no, this is not gonna be fine. I'm not sure how that Aladdin movie is gonna fly.
Yeah.
I hate to say this, but I really think Middle America is not going to go for it.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Because of all the non-white people in the movie.
That's true. Huh? Like Disney could have been a safe and they hired a white genie, right? They could have done it.
No, not even just a white genie, but like all the character, every
character
is Middle Eastern.
That's what I'm saying. Like they could have played it safe by having at least one white actor in the movie, but no.
Nah, I think all the red states are not going to go watch Aladdin. I hate to make a political statement like that, but I don't know. I think all the blue states will be happy with Blue Will Smith, but I think the rest of the country is going to be like, meh. Yeah. Show some of the actors. They're betting the farm on Will Smith. You know who else bet the farm on Will Smith? Suicide Squad. And while that kind of short term it made good money, long term hurt the brand.
Yeah.
Because Suicide Squad made money.
Yeah.
I feel it did make back its budget
and won an Oscar.
Oh God! Thank God Black Panther won like all those Oscars last year. That kind of erased the sting.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad, Oscar-winning film.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I feel like this Aladdin. You know, freaking they got Lion King coming up. Mm-hmm. I mean, Beyonce better sing her ass off. Oh man.
That movie, man. Like I keep seeing the trailers for it. I keep kind of like. I mean, I'm curious to check it out, but I'm gonna wait. Like it's not.
I don't get to the movies. Honestly, I only go out to the movies for freaking Marvel, some DC, and Star Wars right now.
Yeah.
I really need to go. Well, something came out. Didn't something come out? Pikachu. I gotta go. Yeah. I still haven't seen Pikachu yet. Yeah. I was busy all day with the lady and her parents, and then we had to get home and watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I was just like, nah. I mean. Right there, John Polidor. I'm here. I will quote this, but I'm sure with the accent that he wants. I ain't going to see a movie with no Allah worshiping heathen. I mean, God, that Jafar in the movie, he looks like an evil motherfucker.
Yeah.
I mean, real talk.
Did you see that whole controversy about how like all these women are into that dude?
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they're upset that like why did you cast a hot Jafar? Like.
Hot Jafar. Oh boy.
That's an internet thing right now. Like people are bothered by that.
People will find the weirdest shit to be bothered by. Again, I do intend on seeing Detective Pikachu. Although I will be very concerned if this is the start of our Super Smash Brothers connected universe between Detective Pikachu and the Sonic the Hedgehog in our eventual Legend of Zelda movie. We have to make the Smash Brothers connected universe.
You know what's funny? I think the week before we talked about the Sonic the Hedgehog trailer thing and all that. When me and John went to watch the picture, they showed it in front of the movie, right? And I sat there watching it.
Well, the Sonic trailer?
Yeah, Sonic trailer. And I was like, that wasn't that bad. I don't remember complaining.
It's not terrible.
I was like, whatever. Like,
it's not terrible. It's just people don't like the fact that he has human eyes and a human mouth when he should have a cartoon eyes and cartoon mouth and cartoon feet and cartoon legs and not human legs.
That's why you stop making live action movies based on cartoons. Because people are going to complain about it.
They should have just made a CG, make an animated film.
Yeah.
Sonic works fine in animation. You can give him his one eye with a little gap right here. You can give him his big shoes and his skinny legs. Yeah. And it's supposed to defy physics. Yeah. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention in last week's episode, like someone was like, so the dragon was just like burning the entire city. Someone was like, shouldn't the dragon like run out of fire? It's not real! It's not real! What to do with my worst? It's not real.
Yeah.
in my worst Grant Morrison impression, it's not real. Just dying. People looking for physics in fictional.
Yeah, it always happens.
I know it kills me. It strikes me at my heart and my core. Rosa was laughing at me when I gave her that. It's not real, and she's like, "You look so earnest when you say that." There's an earnestness to you. It's not real.
Yeah.
It's like you're hurt. It hurts me inside that I have to explain to someone that Santa Claus isn't real. Go watch John Wick. There's no way someone can get every single headshot like that. It's like the ultimate video game. Headshot. Apparently that conquered Pikachu and Endgame this past weekend.
You know, it's funny.
I still haven't seen the second one. I'm so behind on everything.
It's funny. So everyone was sending me. I've seen the articles, and one of my friends is like, she's a big Wick fan. She sent me the thing. She's like, "Oh, look at these throwing Avengers." I'm like, Avengers makes so much money. I don't think there's anyone left who hasn't seen it yet. I mean, like,
I know, right? It just beat the domestic Avatar. It's gonna need some legs to get the worldwide Avatar, 2.7 billion.
I mean, like it's made so much money. I don't think anyone.
Like really? How good? I mean, no, it defeated the movie. I'm like, it's in like week what? 5?
Yeah.
Week 6? Ooh, D-Look asked a great question. How did Rosa handle the red wedding? It was awesome. I had to contain myself so hard. Because I always ask her, because like sometimes she'll watch episodes when I'm not there. So I was like, hey, where are we at? And like, what episode are we at? And she's like, oh, season 3, number 9. I'm like, we should watch this one. Because I have the worst poker face on earth. Yeah. I am George Washington. I cannot tell a lie. You see me, all my close friends know, if I am lying, you know. There is telltale signs of my inability to lie. But thankfully, I was able to hold back my excitement and like, oh my God, Rosa's going to get to see the red wedding. So for those of you who don't know, like Pete here, near the end of season 3, they killed a lot of good guys in one fell swoop. It was sick. It was twisted. And the whole time as it was happening, I was like, I just turned my head. Like she was sitting to my left, and I just turned my head. And it just like, she was like, but real talk, she was like, I knew something was going to go bad, but I didn't know it was going to be like that. She knew. I was like, oh, because she was already seasoned at that point. Yeah. You know, 2.5 or almost 3 seasons of that, and then watching most of season 8. She has learned, happiness does not abound in Game of Thrones. There are precious moments of like hope that are immediately crushed by something else. And that whole scene was just like, oh, look at this hope. Oh, hooray. Everything's going to be okay. What's that song? Wait, that's not a good song. Thunk, 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 thunk. Stab pregnant woman in the gut. Oh, son gets the Lannisters send their regards. And then you just see like the mom sees her son and all of her men slain. And she just standing there and some other dude just walks in and goes, yo. Slits her throat, and that's the last thing you fucking see. Like you think it's gonna leave her there, and just all look. Oh, yeah, she handled it well. She knew something bad was gonna happen, but it was like, what the fuck? And Jai brings up the my nickname back when we worked at GameStop. Dre, the Russians have won Cervantes. To explain, yes. Don't tell Dre Cervantes a secret, because that secret will leave. Happiness does not abound. Yeah, happiness does not abound in Game of Thrones. No, there's no such thing as happiness. There's hope and then crushed hope. You don't get to enjoy things. Yeah. Very rarely you get small victories like I think it was after the Red Wedding. Arya gets her sword back. She gets to kill the dude. But of course, anything that's happy usually involves someone else dying.
Yeah.
She just viciously she gets revenge for one of her buddies. Like, oh, my leg is hurt. You have to carry me. And he's like, what? Oh, and then she does that to the dude. She slashes his freaking heels. He's like, oh, I can't walk. She's like, what? You can't walk? Am I gonna have to carry it? And then she kills the dude the exact way the dude killed her friend, with her sword. Like, bah! She gets her sword back. She's like, fuck yeah. She got her needle back. Yeah, happiness is usually around. Yeah, no, if there is any happiness, it's wrapped in a nice warm blanket of violence. And that's where I was like, and people didn't see this shit coming.
Yeah.
Daniel's gonna set fire to everything. She's like, fuck this place. Fuck it all. We're gonna burn everything down. Oh yeah, the most gangster part of the Red Wedding, because usually they play some sort of music during that after the Red Wedding. I feel there's another show that did that a lot after an important death. It was like no music in the credits. I feel like another show did that, but I can't recall right now. It was like Sopranos or Mad Men didn't have too many deaths. There's that one guy hanging himself.
Yeah.
Poor Lane. poor Lane hanging himself. Poor man.
He did get the punch out.
He got to knock Pete Campbell the fuck out.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Jack Potter. 24. When someone would die, there would be no beeps.
No.
Yeah, if someone important died. Thank you, Jack. I knew there was something. I was like, oh, there was another show. Silent beep. They're like, they would always beep, beep, like if someone important died. After the death. Thank you, Jack Potter. That's right. So, I cried, then died, then came back to life, and then sad. I fucking knew it. Yep, see, there you go. There you go, D-Look. An official answer from my lady, the lovely Rosa Limon, on her reaction to the Red Wedding right there. You know what? Last week, I talked about it, and I set up a Patreon for the show. I finally did it. If I had known it was that easy, I would have set it up a long time ago. And we have our first patron. Daniel Wong has signed up. He is contributing to the show financially. He's giving us $5 a month, which is more than what I'm asking. I don't need that much. I mean, we'll take that much money. Thank you, Daniel. and because of that, he gets exclusive Patreon posts on Patreon.
Oh.
If you become a patron, I am making extra posts on that Patreon page. So if you want a little bonus content on top of helping out the show, that money helps go towards paying the hosting fees for our podcast. It helps go buy us new equipment. I can get a better eventual. That'd be more like further down the line. Get a better laptop, or getting better cameras, or buying the programs that I need to do all kinds of stuff, or buying a full streaming set so I can stream games a lot easier than pointing a phone at a television. If you become a Patreon, it really goes goes towards helping us a lot. Other ways you can support the show, of course, if you don't have money to spare, you can always just share the show, like the show, share it with your friends, talk about it, tell people about it, share it on social media, share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on all over the place, or just watch the videos. If you can't watch them live, and I love getting the comments from people. When you guys comment on the show, that's obviously that's one of the best ways to contribute to the show. If you can't spare $1, watch the videos live. Comment. If you can't watch it live, watch us on Facebook. Watch us on YouTube. I've been doing a better effort of making sure all the most up-to-date episodes go up to our YouTube page as well, because a lot of people hate Facebook.
Yeah.
So you can also watch these on YouTube. I'm also endeavoring to put up all the old episodes from the last 2 years also on our YouTube page. I'm going to be working on changing my Instagram to be the official show Instagram. I gotta go in there and change it from SoCal Clone to Dre GP Podcast. That way, there's also videos going up there. I did a video preview of the show and then talked about one of my favorite portable games today. If you saw it on Facebook or on my personal Instagram, make sure you follow, like the show. If you're in one of the many groups I shared this to, give us a like, give us a follow. Just help us out. Help us spread the word of our crazy shows that we do here. Because not only do we do a Monday night show where we talk about all things pop culture, Wednesday nights we talk comic books. Pete Maloney has a show called the Multiverse Comic Show. Every Wednesday night, 8:30 Pacific time, we talk about anything big in the world of comic books and talk about all the current comic books that come out this week. And you can also buy those books from this very store. That's another way you can support our shows. support Pete Malini. He graciously allows me to do our shows here at his store. So the best way you can thank him for that is by buying some comics from him. Another way you can support Pete and myself is coming to our show. We're having a big comic book convention here in East LA, the East LA Comic Book Art and Pop Culture Expo. That's coming up June 1st. It's in the heart of East LA at the El Gallo Plaza, right where Cesar Chavez meets the 710 freeway. It's Saturday, June 1st, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. There's going to be all kinds of vendors. We're going to have some guests. We're going to have all sorts of fun, crazy stuff going on. If you want to see creators show you their wares, if you want to like directly contribute to the community and also help us out, the admission is free. Coming out, that's just another way of supporting us in all of our endeavors. The East LA Comic Book Art and Pop Culture Expo, also known as the East LA CAPE. It's a fun little acronym. This guy came up with it right here. He's the one in charge of the East Los Angeles CAPE. So please come out and show us some support. Make sure you like and follow our show. Support, if you want to give us some money, we have a Patreon set up. Go to patreon.com, search for Dre's Geek Philosophy Podcast. There's a link to it on our Facebook page. We occasionally go on Twitch. I didn't do that this week because I wanted to share the show live. Normally I set up my other phone to be our Twitch cam, but you know what? I think we're getting more return on investment by spending the time there sharing this show live to all the Facebook groups out there. Join our group. Hit like, hit follow. Support our show. You can follow me at DreGP Podcast on Twitter. You can follow Pete Malini at Nostalgic Comics. I have to look up over there. You can follow Pete as well as at East LA Cape. That gets you all the information about the comic convention that's coming to East Los Angeles. If you are in the Los Angeles area, coming out June 1st. We're going to be talking about it every episode from here all the way till June 1st. And there's also going to be live videos coming from. You can find that page on Facebook as well. Like that page, and you get all the news that you need. Like it, follow on Twitter. Find and follow on Instagram at East LA Cape for any more information about the East Los Angeles Cape. So, I think with that, we are done for this evening. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening if you're listening to this on audio device. If you want to carry us with you in your car, Dre's Geek Philosophy is on iTunes. It is on SoundCloud. It is on Spotify. It is on Stitcher. All different ways to get your hands. If you just want the audio and you don't want to see my crazy face and my crazy goatee, you can listen to us in your car. But you can always watch us here live as well on Facebook Live and on YouTube. Anything else, people? I hit the cake pretty hard there? I think so. All right. Awesome. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We will see you guys on Wednesday for the Multiverse Comic Show. Have yourselves a great evening. Good night. Good night.